Former President Donald Trump is in a recurring situation in Florida. He needs a new attorney. Trump has pleaded not guilty to federal accusations that he retained and buried top-secret materials in his home. However, news has reported that following numerous high-profile resignations from his defense, Trump's team is actively looking for another seasoned litigator to handle the case. Trump was joined in court for his arraignment by two attorneys. Trump is charged with 37 felonies for allegedly concealing confidential documents from the government and hiding them at his Mar-a-Lago estate and club in Palm Beach, Florida, after leaving the White House. In addition to being under investigation by the Justice Department and Georgia's Fulton County for attempting to scuttle Joe Biden's 2020 presidential victory, he is currently facing fraud accusations in New York. However, Trump's attorney Alina Habas claimed to reporters this week that the nation's leaders hate Donald Trump, follows a similar pattern used by a diverse group of dozens of attorneys who have defended the former president in his numerous legal cases, both during and after his time in office, as well as he re-enters the race for the Republican presidential nomination. Some of them have worked for his campaign or served as his personal counsel. During Trump's administration, other people held positions in the White House. While some have remained staunch supporters of Trump and have supported him in court and on television, others, like Michael Cohen, have taken a savage stance against their former employer. The following is a list of several of the lawyers who have defended Trump in some of his most significant court battles in recent years, as he pursues his 2024 campaign despite a number of federal and state legal issues. Before we dig into the matters, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more amazing videos. Secret documents found at Mar-a-Lago. Attorneys for Donald Trump include Todd Blanche, Haba, Christopher Kise, Boris Epshteyn, Evan Corcoran, Tim Parlator, John Rowley, Jim Trusty, and Lindsay Halligan. Blanche, Haba, Kise, Epshteyn, and Halligan are still employed. Corcoran, Parlator, Rowley, and Trusty all resigned or recused. If found guilty, Trump, the first former president of the United States to face federal charges, could receive a lengthy jail term. Trump is accused of endangering national security by keeping classified documents in his bedroom, ballroom, and bathroom after leaving office. Payments made to Stormy Daniels in secret. Attorneys for Trump include Blanche, Susan Netchels, Joe Tacopina, and Chad Sigel. Still active at this time, Trump entered a not guilty plea to 34 felony counts of falsifying business documents related to the alleged 2016 payments of hush money to Daniels. The following court appearance is set for December 4. Tacopina exuded assurance that the former president would be exonerated. Former Brooklyn Associate District Attorney Tacopina told the Post that he takes on cases like Trump's if I think someone's been really wronged, and I really fall in love with a person. His prior clients include Michael Jackson, Alex Rodriguez, Sean Hannity, and Kimberly Guilfoyle. He has also vocally opposed Trump. Tacopina declared in April that he did not think Dwan M. Merchant, a justice on the New York Supreme Court, who presided over the jury trial of Donald Trump's eponymous real estate company last year, was biased against the former president in the hush money case. The civil trial of E. Jean Carroll. Attorneys for Trump, Haba, Tacopina, and Sigel. Present situation. A civil jury in New York found that Trump sexually assaulted and defamed author E. Jean Carroll after she made those charges public while he was president, and awarded her $5 million in damages. The former leader has promised to file an appeal. The trial for a different complaint, in which Trump is accused of defaming Carroll on previous occasions, is set for January. Carroll, a writer and advice columnist, claimed that Trump had raped her in a department shop changing room in the middle of the 1990s. After she made the assault claims public, she also charged him with repeatedly defaming her. Meddling in Georgia's elections. Drew Findling, Jennifer Little, Marissa Goldberg, and Dwight Thomas are Trump's legal counsel. Still active at this time. Case analysis, Fannie T. Willis, the Democratic District Attorney for Fulton County, is debating whether to file criminal charges against Trump and his followers for attempting to scuttle Joe Biden's presidential victory in 2020 as early as August. According to court records and comments from their attorneys, at least 18 people have been informed that they are the subject of the investigation into possible election tampering. Rudy Giuliani, formerly Trump's personal attorney, is on the list, along with more than a dozen additional Republican electors. The presidential election of 2020. Giuliani, Jen Ellis, and Sidney Powell are Trump's legal counsel. Current status: closed following many court victories over claims of voter fraud in states that Trump lost. Judges, lawyers, and even representatives for Donald Trump have admitted there was no major voter fraud during the 2020 presidential election. Trump officials, including former Attorney General William P. Barr and former White House lawyer Pat Cipollone, refuted the fraudulent assertions made by the former president. Giuliani, Ellis, and a group of lawyers from other states yet continued to assert erroneously that Trump had won the election. Attorneys and government representatives would also make the repeated false statements during the rally on January 6, 2021, which preceded the melee at the Capitol as Trump supporters attempted to obstruct the declaration of Biden's Electoral College victory. Impeachment proceedings. Trump's original impeachment lawyers included Cipollone, Jay Sekulow, Alan Dershowitz, Pam Bondi, and Kenneth Starr. Michael Van Der Veen, Bruce Castor, David Schoen, Butch Bowers, and Deborah Barbier are Trump's counsel for the second impeachment. Currently closed after two Senate acquittals of Trump in 2020 and 2021. Case analysis. The distinction of being the only president to face two impeachments belongs to Trump. For abuse of authority and obstructing Congress, the House first voted to impeach Trump in December 2019. According to a House investigation, Trump exploited foreign intervention to aid in his 2020 re-election campaign and hindered the investigation by ordering administration staff to disregard subpoenas for records and testimony. In February 2020, the Senate found him not guilty. Then, following the riot at the Capitol on January 6, 2021, Trump was once more impeached for encouraging the attack a week later. The Senate cleared him of the incitement of insurrection charge in February 2021, more than a month after he left office. Cipollone headed the White House's efforts in the first impeachment trial, while Sekulow was in charge of the who's who of Trump's personal lawyers. Sekulow, a seasoned attorney and figure in the conservative media, encircled Trump in 2017, while the Russia probe was ongoing. Sekulow was joined by Dershowitz, an emeritus professor at Harvard Law School, Bondi, a former Republican Attorney General in Florida, and Starr, the creator of the Independent Counsel Report that contributed to President Bill Clinton's impeachment. The Mueller Special Counsel Inquiry in Russia. Giuliani, Sekulow, Emmett Flood, Martin and Jane Raskin, Ty Cobb, Andrew Economou, John Dowd, and Joanna Hendon are some of Trump's legal counsel. Current status: closed with the March 2019 release of the report by Special Counsel Robert S. Mueller II. Following a nearly two-year investigation, Mueller issued a report in which he stated that neither Trump nor his campaign had conspired with the Russian government to influence the 2016 presidential election. As soon as the news broke, Trump hailed it as a total exoneration, although Mueller came to no firm conclusions on whether the president obstructed justice. Flood and Cobb, who represented the White House, and a group of attorneys who defended Trump personally made up Trump's legal team during the investigation. The Raskins, a husband and wife team who own a small legal company in a Miami suburb, were among the attendees. Trump observed Dowd's resignation due to conflicts with him and the fact that other eminent law firms turned down the case. Trump was intrigued by the former federal prosecutors, who most notably succeeded in having an airplane maintenance business cleared of most charges in a case involving the 1996 accident of a ValueJet jet that killed 110 people, and he recruited the duo after only one meeting with them. Potential presidents in 2024: 3 Democrats, 3 significant Republican contenders, and other contenders are actively pursuing the 2024 presidential nominations of their respective parties. Here we're keeping tabs on the 2024 presidential hopefuls. Republicans: former President Donald Trump, who declared his candidacy in November, and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis are among the front-runners for the GOP nomination in 2024. Democrats: Vice President Biden has formally declared his intention to run for office again in 2024. Long-shot candidates Robert Kennedy Jr. and author Marianne Williamson are both running for the Democratic nomination. This is it for today's video. If you enjoyed watching this video, then subscribe to our channel for more updates. Thanks for watching.